welcome to the video. It's your boy, the one and only, that dude coming in clutch, MindOfMurdock, bringing you week 4 highlights of the Bears versus the Rams. This week was crazy. Definitely looking forward to seeing them actually changing a few of the things that I was talking about in my previous videos. So definitely look back and you'll see that they actually changed a lot of those things. But there was a lot of things that we definitely still have an issue with. And we're going to go ahead and see if hopefully later on down the line we can, fix this. But for now, let's check out this game for me and you. Once again, appreciate you all being here. Hit that subscribe if you haven't, and hit that like button. I would appreciate that. That will let me know that I can just go ahead and continue doing this thing. Let's get it. This game was crazy.
For Caleb Williams, and find those dead areas in the Rams zone defensive scheme.
Well, on cue, he finds
that right there. Let me just start off by saying that right there. I thought Kennan was going to have a ridiculous day off of that pass right there, because I was like, ooh, Keenan's just on it. But that's what he does. He's a vet. He's got them sure hands, guaranteed.
a soft spot in the zone in front of a couple of zone
First down.
And he's got a first down to move the chains.
It's a good game plan in the second half.
Williams gets rid of it to
This sideline to sideline, no one was really working in the middle.
Preventing him from picking up the first down. Another Bears blitz. They're bringing pressure early, and Stafford's getting rid of it fast. It's Jordan Whitt.
This here was just a big issue for me personally, man. Throughout the whole game, defense felt soft. Just soft. Like, yes, I get it. We still have what I'm still going to say, top 10 defense. Still a top 10 overall defense, right? But we're not top 5. We're not elite like that. Top 10 is definitely on it. But top 10 can just keep you going to the playoffs, can hold you into games like it has been. But come on, we're being very soft in moments that we don't even have to give up 3 points if we just stop them completely.
Whittington, the rookie out of Texas, with a 14-yard pickup. It's his first time here with fans since 2018. Oh, wow,
that was a nasty flip. I do have to give him that right there. Stafford had a nasty flip right there.
Oh, wow, he just flipped it to Parkinson with all that pressure coming. Parkinson gets knocked down by Booker, but it's a
good
first
flip.
Down and more of the elite processing that Mark was
sidearms. Some of the stuff that everybody talks about with Stafford, apparently. Stafford's definitely a decent quarterback. And there you go. That boy right there. Hey, you know what? I give Dexter his thing, his props. He's doing his thing in the middle. We need someone else. We need more. We need more actual stand-up pressure. We need defensive tackles that can actually stop somebody. We're getting pressure every now and then. That's cool. Let's stop them. They're getting pushes when they want to. They're getting 4 to 5 yards when they need to, which equates to them getting field goals. So,
Dexter Sr. Here is Williams. They'll keep it conservative and make it easy.
Right there. So you just see the middle just bellows. It just opens every single time.
Defensively,
everyone was running right up the gut on everybody.
The perfect start for Cardi continues. He's made all 12 of his field goals and PATs combined. The Rams strike first in Chicago. Extra man for the Rams. Williams under pressure. Oh, and he has to get rid of it. Good pressure by Los Angeles with Jared.
Now, you can see on some of these key downs, that was just third down. Key downs, they're going to bring the heat, so on and so forth. And I get it. Screen plays, certain short out route plays and screens, once again, I get it. They're the ways to beat the defensive pressure. They're the ways to beat the blitz. But at the same time, we must make sure that we're doing it to our best side. And I'm sorry, Darnell Wright has been showing that he has been regressing. He's been taking a step back. He's definitely been a nice addition. I'm very happy that we got him, but he's been taking a step back, man. They've been
we talked about
doing Darnell in. And Verse was actually someone that we could have potentially drafted. But I'm much happier personally right now with Rome. Of course, all of us would have liked some type of offensive lineman, but, it happens.
Off the fake, deep
too easy.
Tutu Atwell makes the catch. He's got a...
Why is it too easy? Look at all that time. There's no actual presser. We're getting pressure from our edges, which is appropriate. That's Sweat and Taylor. Right there. That's pressure. That's Edwards right there. Finally getting there. But at the end of the day, he already had time to think about, know about, you know, so on and such. So he's already seen you there. Good throwing angle. Bang, bang.
Looking downfield, Tutu Atwell makes the catch. He's got a first down in front of Tyreek Stevenson. And a flag is thrown as the two are jostling out of bounds. Stafford, stepping, looking, throwing sideline.
And that was good. Interception. That was a good interception. I feel this right here really needs to have something they need to really look at. They said he didn't establish his 2 feet back in bounds before actually getting the interception. So you're telling me a defender couldn't at least just tap out of bounds and then come right back in, tap in with both feet, and then have that interception? It's crazy to me. I do understand exactly what it is, but at the end of the day, it really felt like they just robbed Brisk on that. And from this moment on, second half, this moment on, y'all, he went crazy. He turned into a Scud missile. He wanted to get he just wanted to get stats at this point because this was just wrong. They robbed him.
Sideline, right into the hands of Jaquan Brisker. It's picked off. It's Chicago ball. Their 7th takeaway already this season.
The defender did not reestablish back in bounds with both feet. He had 1 foot out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds, put 1 foot back down in the field of play, and then...
Hey, NFL, don't find my mans too much. Don't find him too much, man. Don't find him too much. Please don't. Please don't find him too much. Because how I took this is just, you know, that slick middle finger. You know, you rub your eye and middle finger like, hey, you see something in my eye? Can you read between the lines? That type of thing. So it's greatness. I loved every bit of it because it is BS. But at the end of the day, I guess they were just trying to have a game at that point. They were trying to make it that the Bears weren't just going to really do something with their defense like that and then turn it all around. I don't know. It was just weird to me. But yeah, it was. I do know it's just there's no excuses for some things. But I'm happy that Brisk really felt motivated throughout this part.
And caught the ball. He was not established as an incomplete pass.
So Cardi comes out for a 37-yarder, and an easy one for him as he continues his perfect start. Now a little read play for Caleb Williams, and he runs past the sticks.
That wasn't necessarily the best slide, Caleb. We need you to work on that slide. That slide right there, you could have hurt yourself. Feet got caught up under him.
A half dozen Chicago penalties. Williams stepping up in a tight pocket is able to deliver it.
Yeah, and then look at it. Look at this down. What is that? 2nd and 20? 2nd and 20. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I thought that the game plan was secrecy. I thought that we were all supposed to be together in sync. I thought we all were supposed to know exactly what we're doing. Apparently, we're coming out here and we're still having some of the most minute issues ever that we're getting penalties before the drive even starts. This is 2nd and 20. I think that is seriously just proven.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
And we're just hoping that that actually happens at the end of the day. Because this is just, whew. It just kept happening. It just kept happening over and over, over and over. And the biggest issue that I'm still seeing, yes, Nate Davis is an issue. But Braxton Jones is a huge issue for this offensive line. Huge issue for this offensive line. Everyone needs to get in the weight room. Seriously. Seriously, man. Oh, man.
And out back to the 41-yard line is the rookie Roma Dunze.
And they bit themselves again.
With their 4th offensive line penalty of the game. And that ball is out.
And there you go. They did it another. It was another penalty right before this. Now, I do wish that this highlights kind of had the lowlights and the highlights in it. It doesn't. But there was another penalty, which pushed us back. And then we had to do this. Then he's actually worried about getting hit here. What happened? I just wonder what happened. What happened here? You tell me. A rookie, Jared Verse,
with their 4th offensive line
falls down. And what happens here, though? What is this? What do we see here?
With their 4th offense.
Matt Pryor, come on, man. Get your body in front of him. Keep yourself in front of him, not just your hands. He's doing a bunch of reaching. Pryor's the big boy right here, the real big lineman right here. He's just doing a bunch of reaching. Come on now.
Defensive line penalty of the game.
And they bit themselves.
One more time. Reaching. Engage at this point. Especially you see that he's on you, you got to engage and lock in. If he's going, you got to actually shift in, change, take him, use that momentum, use his body against himself. He's letting him just flow clean past him. That's it.
And that ball is out. Williams got hit. Matt Pryor.
And what do they say? The person that either helps you up from a sack or the person that recovers the fumble is usually the person and the reason why the play messed up. There you go. So Matt Pryor and that left side kind of just quaked a little bit, messed up.
Pryor is trying to jump back on top of it, and Braden Fisk continues to cause havoc against opposing quarterbacks. Sean McVay with an excellent game called, and Matthew Stafford would get another comeback victory. Now he goes to work with a 6-0 lead. That ball is out.
Good work, defense.
Now he goes.
This right here, boy, oh boy, that's work. That's work.
And Matthew
Look at him from right here. Sweat. Sweat.
Now he
Pushed in and helped. And they had a little dude on Sweat. Who is this? The running back? The tight end? Tight end.
Now he goes to work.
Oh man, he got bullied. Sweat just put one hand in his chest. Right there. One hand right there in the chest. And this is right before he pushes him off. Disengage. Grab. Strip sack. Beautiful work, Sweat.
May have come up with a crucial play.
Yes, they did. It was good. Good defense.
When the offense
And it was just when you needed to. So it worked out.
Montez Sweat knocked it free. Kyler Gordon comes out with it in Rams territory. The mini fridge. Kramer the fullback. The give to Johnson. And the Bears have tied the game.
That right there, I was loving to see, man. Doug Kramer getting his love, man. Doug Kramer really needed that. At the end of the day, being from Chicago, it's awesome to see another Chicago dude get their stats in Chicago, so that was awesome.
And picking him up in the offseason.
Played a bunch of games against the Rams. Stafford's got time and a target and a first down to Jordan Williams.
Once again, cushion. Too much cushion from the linebacking core. But not just that. We have great defense when it comes down to our linebackers and our safeties, right? But if it's not necessarily getting the proper pressure from the line, everyone on all levels they all kind of mess up to a certain amount. They give too much. That's what I'm saying by our defense. Our defense definitely needs more help. It's extremely suspect. It could be broken down by, sad to say, in about 2 to 3 weeks, I can see people seeing our defense and knowing it. But at the same time, I can see our defense evolving to be even greater, that people won't know what's coming. So you never know when it comes down to our defense if we actually show up. We need that defensive interior pressure, not just from Dexter every 9 plays or 12 plays or whatever it may be. Like, we need it more consistent. We need just a big boy that could just stay there. You know, I understand that we had Billings that's supposed to do his thing and keep us upright. Billings, things happen, so we just got to see. We just got to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what Brian Poles has to do and what his decisions will be for the trade deadline.
Whittington to the 47-yard line. His 4th catch already. That's the most by a Rams receiver.
Probably going to bring Larry Borum back into the mix.
Of Cup and Nakua. Stafford downfield.
Easy.
Open 2-2 Atwell. Down near the 31 of Chicago.
That was another one of those.
They will run it. And it is Rivers. Kevin Byard came flying in, but Rivers sidesteps and moves ahead. 3rd and 15. 5 in the pattern for Stafford. Had that ball deflected, and that was a very
That was a good one.
by 2-2 Atwell.
They're going to get
Good deflect.
plus their timeouts.
Oh, wow.
And hooked it. Hooked it. That was his first miss. It was beautiful to see that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's doing great. Then he missed.
Pick looked like it was going to be online, and that took a way hard left turn.
It's windy out here, baby. We the Windy City, baby.
Left, 2nd down for Williams.
Ooh.
Pressure was coming, and he got it to DeAndre Swift.
And Swift is home.
He did in the preseason. Swift to the sideline and out of bounds. It's a long play for either team, 27 yards.
And you see, that's my biggest thing about it.
Williams gets hit by Verse, stays up, on the move.
Got him.
And he connects with Swift, who dives.
Once again, this whole game proved that DeAndre Swift is a great receiving back at this point. Because for some reason, he runs clean into brick walls. For some reason, even with some of his outside runs, he doesn't want to take certain cuts that he needs to, or certain, lanes, and just hit that second gear a little bit earlier just to get out of certain situations. He doesn't. But as a receiving back, DeAndre Swift truly showed he's a charm to have right here in this game, period, point blank. Because a receiving back basically works well in space, just open space where there's not anything around him at all, and then able to do something somewhat like a kick returner, but not really. So, I mean, he just has to be recognized as that. He is not the mainstay. Sad to say, he is not the mainstay. We do have people like ROJO, so we will see probably combinations him, ROJO. We'll probably have a three-headed monster at running back until we can actually get somebody that we feel is truly solid on all fields for a three-down back. But it is what it is right now as a Bears fans. We just got to understand Swift is just, he's in his receiving time at this point. He's feeling shifty. He's not necessarily feeling like a bruiser. He's not feeling like he can really grind it out. That's not what I've seen from him. I've seen him being a great receiving back, someone that can grab it and go, not actually being handed, just catch it and go. That's what I mean to say, not grab it.
Ahead near the sticks. They'll mark him out of bounds to stop the clock. They're in field goal range. Williams taking a shot, and a little bit of mistiming there. Moore had slowed down.
And that's exactly what had happened. When they showed the replay, you can literally see that either DJ Moore thought that he wasn't necessarily a main target in it. So when he shook, and he got open, you can see him somewhat slowing down, and you just see Caleb just put it right somewhat where you need it if you were in full stride. And DJ Moore wasn't necessarily in full stride, so he didn't, he didn't get there. But if you see him, think about it, you can envision him going full stride. He could have at least attempted to get that ball, and it would have, it would have been a lot better. Now, I will say this. You try that play again to Rome Odunze, you might have some nastiness happening, because he'll probably go get it in general, just because of his length.
Cairo Santos missed his first field goal of the season last week from 56. Otherwise, he's been excellent, and that continues.
I like how they put the target out there.
Two tight ends, 12 personnel to start this Rams series, and they go right back to the ground game with personnel to start.
There's no actual push from the line. There's no actual penetration. There's now I get it. They're trying to contain right now. They're trying to figure out what's happening, trying to see if it's even a play action, faking it to start the pass. But clearly in this situation, you can see that he's handed it off by now. And we get nothing.
Rams series, and they go right back to the ground game with Kyron Williams. Williams, a really good patient runner here.
There he goes again. There he goes again. Talking about this defense, right? There's no actual penetration from this. There's no one actually really getting in there. Unless they're coming from the edges, there's nothing happening. Nothing at all. This interior line needs help.
Williams, a really good patient.
Yes, Dexter does his thing, but Dexter does it
that I don't think enough people talk
every now and then.
Ended up top 5 in the league. Exactly what Mark was talking about when we came out of the break. Here is Rivers. Another good run for the Rams.
Tackles. Got to work on those fundamentals.
First career offensive snap in the NFL. Stafford flips it ahead for Parkinson. Jaylon Johnson in space against the big body tight end who takes it about a yard shy of the line to gain.
Yeah, and Jaylon, I'm sorry. Jaylon, I'll have to say this realistically. From even what I've seen, I understand people aren't throwing to his side of the field, so on and such and all this other things. But for me, easily top 15 cornerback, easily top 15 cornerback. I would love to say top 10, if not top 5, but top 15 quarterback, Jaylon. I could definitely see that. But he slips, man. They catch him slipping more often than I would think you would catch someone that's supposed to be top 10, top 5. So, but it's just the quarterback. See, And that's one of those situations. Sometimes the quarterback is just bad in those moments. So if the person would have got it, he could have easily cut, did a little something, and got into the, the end zone. But let's see right here. Is it defensive pressure that made that happen?
Pressure coming.
And whose pressure was it? Sweat. From the edge. Where is our interior line, huh? Look at that. Both of them right here standing straight up. Way in the front. Way in the front. So if Stafford realistically wanted to, and if this play wasn't meant to be like this, if it wasn't actually formulated and constructed like this, he could have stepped in at some point, given all of this extra space. It seems like that's right here.
Stafford got rid of it fast, faster than he wanted to.
But let's see here. Boom. He already got outside. So Stafford already sees, okay, I got to give it to my first hot route, which would be whoever's looking on this side. Most likely the running back. He's throwing it, anticipation. Running back wasn't ready. Or wide receiver, I should say.
So Cardi with his 4th field goal attempt already.
This game it wasn't bad at all. It's just,
and it'll make it a 1-point game.
I was proud of him,
Williams slings it. Cole Kmet coming off a career.
And once again, I was very happy to see that connection between him and Cole, man. Cole is a sure target. Trust him, Caleb.
There is Swift again. Big hole, and his best run takes him close to the marker at midfield. Most veteran tight end.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift definitely got to work on it. And look at this. Boom. This space. Same thing. But he gets more. He's able to make more choices. He's able to get a little bit of a head start.
Interesting formation. And they will run the ball with Johnson and get the first down.
And there's ROJO. ROJO was getting his, man. Yeah. I was very happy to see ROJO out there. ROJO was grinding. ROJO is a fighter. When he was with Texas, he was doing his thing. Now, I will say this. He is a bruiser. And I don't necessarily know if we can get on the back of a bruiser, but at the end of the day, I definitely know he's a part of our short-term future at least. Sad to say, I do see him being here longer than DeAndre Swift, and we paid for Swift. So it's kind of, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that?
Back to Johnson.
Let's look at Johnson. Look at ROJO. You know what I'm saying?
A second consecutive conversion.
This is beautiful. This is nice. This is what we want to see. It was consistent. It's just at the end of the day, I don't know if that's necessarily something that we can go on the back of. If we can get 4 to 5 to 6, well, anything over 4, we're great. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes he's a brick waller at times, But he's shown passing after my wisdom tooth removal, I have bad slurring issues. But after last year, I've noticed that he's shown a lot more steam. He's shown a lot more momentum and maturity with his running style. So, Roshan, you're doing great, man. Continue to do what you're doing, just like the rest of the team. You guys are fantastic. I mean, I've been a Bears fan since forever and a half. So, I can't wait to see exactly what we continue to build with this team. But he looks great. Not amazing, just great.
Rams bring an extra body.
There's levels to everything.
Williams protected. Williams to the back of the end zone for DJ.
That's nasty. That's a nasty dime right there.
Williams protect.
Nasty dime.
Williams to the back of the end zone for DJ.
But by this time, DJ Moore was hurt the whole time. He was fighting through it. I called it out. I was like, yeah, he's hurt. He's been hurt the whole time, but he's just playing through it. Once he got this touchdown, he was good. You could tell he was good. And then here's your other sign that he was hurt. He told him, hold on, chill.
Down, their first connection together.
He's happy about what he did, but he's he a little hurt right now. So he's like, chill. Oof. But it was good though. I was happy to see that connection. Once again, DJ Moore is earning that bread.
More than a handful of times in his 16-year NFL career. Off the play action, a staple of Stafford's offensive game. He finds Whittington for his 6th catch of the day and a good gain after the catch. He's likely
to actually get down. Go for the tackle. Don't hesitate. Go at him.
Atwell wide open in front of Jaquan Brisker, and Tutu Atwell finding the space for a long gain. It's West Coast offensive minds. That stretch play to get it to Kyron Williams, who gets the first down.
We get no push. No push. No push. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. No push.
That stretch play.
Who got the push, though?
It's West Coast offensive minds.
Instantly, Sweat was trying to hook in and get this way, but he stopped because he noticed that the running back was going on the outside, so he chose to then shift and try to get back on the outside. Sweat doing what he needs to, but this shows you once again we need more. Yes, off the line we got Taylor at times doing his thing because he's great at just going after the quarterback, but still we need more interior pressure, or not even pressure. We need people to not move. We need brick walls. We need you can't go through these two. You can't go through them. That's what we need, and we don't have that. We just really don't. We got people that seem like when they get mad, which is every 9 plays or something like that, then something happens, and that's Dexter. That's kind of how I see Dexter, you know, so.
That stretch play to get it to Kyron Williams, who gets the first down and plenty more until Byard knocks him out of bounds. Excellent run from Williams to set up first down.
You could just kind of see the defense was, I'm like, come on, defense. Don't tell me you're just gonna give them a touchdown after all of this.
Williams, and he is into the end.
And he does. And we do.
A 7th straight game with a touchdown for Kyron Williams. A little disjointed on that mesh point. Williams will deliver to Swift in space. He stumbles, but picks.
That right there, I wish the Swift would have just continued to go right after getting the ball. Don't worry about who's running on you. Don't worry about the linebacker. Like, literally just and just leave him. He's worried about him, so he stops just to kind of, you know, stiff arm him. Use your momentum and your power at the same time. You're not a big back. You're not Derrick Henry. All right? All right, Swift, you're not Derrick Henry. So what you need to do is use your power and your momentum at the same time. That's how you get people off of you. You're not just going to just muscle these guys up off of you, especially not number 56. This guy's huge.
Point. Williams will deliver to Swift in space. He stumbles, but picks up enough to move the chains and a first down as Roseboom makes the tackle.
And the problem with that exchange, what I seen was that Swift did kind of like a little hesitate. He did kind of a counter. And he wasn't supposed to counter. He was supposed to just go straight to the right to make himself available instantly. So when he did the counter, Caleb kind of did like a little side dodge to make sure that he didn't hit him. He just, okay, and then waited. He faked it and then went. So, I mean, it's simple, but at the same time, it's just kind of crazy to see that we're having little issues here and there that if they're cleaned up, I'm wondering how this team would truly look. But at the same time, we need better offensive line, just help in general. Just help in general. When it comes down to running, we need help, and especially with passing, we need help. Running is not the worst thing, but it is one of the worst. You get what I'm saying? It's the pass protection that's just not there.
Tackle in that wide open area. He's basically getting a color and a number and then relaying whatever the corresponding play is to his team. He wants to be able to check. That's a heck of a throw.
And that's a dime. That's a dime. Right there. That's between 4 defenders. Now, we will say this. We don't necessarily want to see that too much, but that was a beautiful dime. You got to love someone that's actually willing to do it because he sees it. He sees it. Okay, he's about to pass that linebacker. The linebacker's about to be flat-footed. Let me go ahead and just throw it out there, you know, just here, you take that. You take that. Pause, no Diddy.
That's a heck of a throw and a great play by Cole Kmet, who had a bunch of those in Indianapolis last week.
Stretch for that football.
And now the tempo again as Swift gets going.
Right there, no lie, you can just tell instantly.
Stretch for that football.
He learned, everybody. He learned, everybody. Cole Kmet has learned, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I was talking about earlier in the video. This is what I was talking about from the last couple weeks. I said it in my previous videos. I said, you know what, Cole? If you can't make it, because you might seem like you're just a bit too slow to make it to that defender, just crack block him. Just go get him. Just put your body on the line, man, and just see what happens. And that's literally what Cole did. And when he did that, I instantly called. When I saw Cole make that block, I was like, Swift is gone. Swift is gone. Because now he's going to have time to see more.
Who had a bunch of those in Indianapolis last week.
Stretch for that football.
And now
Crack. That's it. That's it. Swift now sees that he's fallen. Oh, wait a minute. Someone just fell.
again as Swift gets.
And everybody, all I felt at this moment, I was just like, shoot.
Run, bitch! Run!
It's going. There goes DeAndre Swift for his first Chicago Bears touchdown.
It was beautiful. I really enjoyed seeing Swift finally having a great game, but at the same time, man, he's really showed that he's more of a receiving back. So we got to get the formula good and the formula rolling with possibly Khalil Herbert.
Throw it.
Play fake, deep drop. Good blitz pick up by Ronnie Rivers, and Tutu Atwell makes the grab.
And still 3 points. Forget the touchdown.
No, the Rams were doing their thing. I do have to give him that.
Stafford.
But man, look at the pockets that he has. If he didn't want to, he could have still stepped up here and did more and just waited for more to actually, happen. But he chose to take what was open.
Stafford.
Because he could have easily sat here, pump fake there, and possibly hit the guy on the outs. Possibly hit another person on this side. Like, time matters in the NFL. Please, people, give Caleb time.
Parkinson, and that's the veteran play to get into at least a reasonable field goal range. Longest attempt of his young NFL career. It's a big one from 52 for Cardi. And he drills it to keep it at a one-possession game after his first 1,000-yard season.
And that's literally what I'm talking about every single time. Now, yes, you have a great defense, but at the end of the day, if they're getting field goals if they're still getting field goals, guess what? It's not an elite defense. It's a great defense. That's it. That's all I've been trying to say to a few of our viewers out here, that we have a great defense, not elite defense. We have a top 10 defense, not a top 5 defense. That's all. Because of those situations, forget any of this. We should have more 3 and outs. We should see more punting from them. And speaking of punting, because they didn't even show it throughout this game, big shout out and love to Tory Taylor. This was Tory Taylor's breakout game. This was his game to show this is why he's an asset. He flipped the field so many times throughout this game that I myself just want to sit here give him real claps, real love, because this man, Tory Taylor, was booting that thing every single time, putting him in a coffin. That's all you need him for. And guess what? How do people feel now? I feel like Tory was a great 4th-round pick at this point. Yes. Once again, we could have got Tory at any other time, and this, that. We could have believed, would have, could have, should have, whatever. But we have him, and you see what he's did. He flipped the field every single time. Nasty weapon, man. Nasty. And he's a humble kid, too. He's making sure that he's putting it out there. Hey, look, yeah, I'm doing my thing, 66-yarders and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, guess what? This is my team. It's them going down there hustling their asses off to get down there and do what they need to do. That's literally what Tory said. So he's showing his level of maturity. So I'm happy to see Tory Taylor do his thing. This was a Taylor day, and this is a Taylor game, period, point blank. I really think Tory Taylor should have really gotten a majority of a lot of this love. And guess what, Caleb? You remember when you told Tory in the beginning of everything, hey, don't worry, you're not going to be punting much? When we drafted him, guess what? Aren't you happy that we got him? It's a beautiful asset to have these things. You're kind of seeing that. But at the same time, once again, we're thinking about all the other things that we could have helped Caleb out with his, look at this.
To keep it at a one,
which is this right here.
After his first 1,000-yard
offensive line
season last year. Pressure
he knew what was happening. 95 already knew it. Once he got past, right here, he saw, oh, he just let me pass. He's instantly switching over.
Coming on Williams, and he goes to Swift. And he sets up 3rd down and short. That's 5 pre-snap penalties against the Bears today. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Williams gets eaten alive against the Bears.
You could just see the woes of the offensive line continue and continue and continue. The center position is still, as always, a problem. And that should be the biggest, best position for Caleb. Caleb should have a best friend there. That's where I was looking for Jackson Powers Johnson. That's where I was looking for there to be possibly Connor Williams, I believe that's his name. That was a free agent. Just somebody that's actually more reliable. Lucas Patrick last year was one of the worst decisions that the Bears should have ever done. And then now we have issues like Shelton and so on that aren't necessarily doing what they need to.
Snap penalties against the Bears today. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Williams gets eaten alive.
Because you see that. When you see your center get destroyed, then you see this whole side of the line get pushed in front of your face. Once again, Braxton Jones needs to get into the weight room. He gets pushed around way too much. Way too much. If he drops back more than 1 yard every single time, I'm penalizing him on that. I don't care about anybody else. Why? Because he's just horrible. He is bad. We need to stop this.
Williams gets eaten alive by Quentin Lake.
Just bad, man. Braxton is just bad. He's just like a stiff tree. And he's not even a good tree that stays there. He's a tree that gets pushed over.
Williams, nice catch. He's got some ground to make up.
Nice pop. Extra cushion from Brisker. Johnson was having an okay game overall.
Kramer's back.
Roschon Johnson first.
And that's why you get ROJO to get those dirty yards. That's the Bears right there telling you, you know what? We don't care how you feel about it. We're going to let you know exactly what's happening. We'll put Kramer in the back. We're putting big boy Kramer in the back. He's going to go ahead and make a lane. And then guess what? We're going to have a guy crawl right past him. Beautiful.
Down a big one.
That's our FU play.
It's a run blitz. Williams keeps it. And he will not.
And that's Caleb fighting right there. He was trying.
So you can still take 40 seconds off the clock.
Well, one thing I will say, this is the one game that I really did notice, man, Caleb Williams is definitely significantly smaller than Justin Fields. Like, you can see the side stature and everything. It's like, wow, it's crazy. But at the same time, the talent level is different, you know, so we'll see.
92 yards away from tying the game with 63 seconds and no timeouts. Stafford unloads, hit as he throws, ball game.
Bam! Let's go. Let's go.
Hit as he throws.
Let's go. Taylor.
Stafford unloads, hit as he throws, ball game. Brisker, Bears win.
And Brisker had to get his, man. I was very happy to see that for Brisker. Him doing his thing, him being able to get everything he was looking for from this game. That was the biggest thing. And then at this point, I was looking to see the interaction between Caleb and Caleb and Stafford. Their interaction was nice. They talked for a second. Caleb turned back. He probably said, "Hey, man, you know, I study you a lot, man. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing your thing also, man. You a vet that, you know, I idolize somewhat." He's like, "Oh, yeah, appreciate it, young buck." And then kept pushing, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But either way, the Bears right now are looking like a team that needs more when it comes down to help on the offensive line and help on the defensive line. Once we get that help, I believe things can work out better, because then the linebackers can understand where the pressure's actually coming from and where they can actually let off of, and where they can actually, they have to, I should say, almost show that they're kind of closer to the box, you know, just to not leave most of those underhand, under the lane crossing routes open. You don't want to leave any of those open, and we've been leaving those open back to back to back. That Whittington, he was just, that's just all he was doing the whole game. Just kept going right up under the linebackers. Linebackers there, and I'm gonna cut right up under you, and you're about 2 yards up, and I'm gonna cut right up under you. Cut up. Like, that's all they kept doing. So we just need to make sure that if we can get the proper defensive pressure from all sides, both of the sides of the line and the interior. Because right now, the edges are getting pressure, not as much as we would want to also, but they are getting more consistent pressure. The interior isn't getting as consistent pressure. So yes, we're happy for Dex, but once again, we need more improvement, man. But that's just me, Bears fan, mom gang in the building, the one and only MindOfMurdock. If y'all have any disagreements, if y'all would like to add anything, you just let me know. If you have any comments, any quality changes that you would like with the reaction, let me know. And until next time, I'll be seeing you all later on this week for a preview of the new. I said new. What do they call New Orleans? North Carolina, right? The Panthers, whatever. The Panthers, the one team that the Bears was able to kind of set back to the Stone Age when it come down to their quarterback decision anyway. So that's going to be a fun video to make. I'm looking forward to doing that. So look forward to that later on this week. But until next time, y'all, it's been your boy, the one and only Mind of. Bear down, y'all. Looking forward to the next game, man. This is real successful week. We had a lot of situations that we need to fix. We still have those interior issues. But, you know, overall, successful season so far. We're 2-2, baby. We're 2-2. Bear down, baby. Hell yeah.